everyone, it's Shawn. On this week's post, I want to give you a book recommendation. I love reading. I think reading is very important for our personal and professional development. And so occasionally on our blog, Your Leadership Coach, I like to be able to share some books that I'm reading. Today, I want to talk about Traction by Gino Wickham. Now, the tagline of Traction is how to get a grip on your business. Traction is less like a leadership development book and more of an organizational development book. And what I mean by that is that Wickham in this book talks about their operating system that they developed called EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. So it's all about how you can improve your organizational development. So this book is definitely for entrepreneurs, business leaders, people who are in key management roles. Now, I will tell you this. In this book, Wickham goes into a lot of detail. He's going to tell you how to be able to come up with your vision and your core values, how to create your business and marketing plan, what your hiring should look like in your organizational structure, and then something he calls the meeting pulse. How often should you and your team meet on both a weekly, but then also a quarterly basis? Now, this book is very similar to other books that maybe you've read, like Good to Great by Jim Collins, The 4 Disciplines of Execution by the Franklin Covey Company, and then also The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni. Now, in my personal opinion, I would rate those books over Traction, okay? There's just some things I like about them, but they're all saying very much the same principles. I will give Wickham a lot of credit. He goes into a ton of details in Traction. After reading the book, you can implement the EOS system, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, because he gives you a step-by-step blueprint. So I'd encourage you to read this book, but also make sure you read Good to Great, 4 Disciplines of Execution, and The Advantage, and then choose the system, or maybe use a combination of all 4 that really fits the personality of your organization. Now, here are some of my favorite quotes from the book. In the end, the most successful business leaders are the ones with traction. They execute well. They know how to bring focus, accountability, and discipline to their organization. And that's what he goes into with his EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. Another quote, it's less important what you decide that you decide. More is lost by indecision than by wrong decisions. It is so true. So many people struggle with paralysis by analysis. At some point, just make a decision. And then our last quote. The goal is progress, not perfection. Success is not based on where you are, but on how far you've come. That's why we can't compare either ourselves individually to other people or even as an organization to other people, because success is not on what they're doing. Success is whether or not we're making progress. Are we further along the journey than we were 6 months or a year ago? Now, let me leave you with our game plan. If you are a manager or in a key leadership role in your organization, all of these books I talked about that focus on organizational development, they talk about getting the right people in the right seats. So do you have the right people in the right seats? Here's how you know. Right people equals they fit your core values. So have you defined your core values enough that you could evaluate everybody in your organization or on your team based upon those core values to see if they live them out? Right seats means that that person in the role, they have the competency to do the role, they have the knowledge, the skills, the experience that they need for it, they have the willingness, they want to do the role, and then finally they have the capacity, they have enough time and bandwidth to do the role. I'd encourage you, evaluate your team. Are they the right people, and are they in the right seats? Let me leave you with our tweetable lesson. It's another quote by Gino Wickham. Vision without traction is merely hallucination.